In Malawi, people who are supposed to be encouraged and given much more support are the people like Kachamba, Kondwani Kachamba. This is the man who must be given more support because this guy doesn't think about himself, he thinks about all Malawians. Whatever he has as intentions for this nation are good intentions. We have got the government is, to be honest with you, not serious because it has got all the machinery required for the boosting of the trade in this country, as well as uplifting the lives of Malawians. But nothing is happening. Now, Kundanika Chamba is thinking above what government is thinking, because government is about how can we protect the image of the political party, which is the governing party in the country, which is the Democratic Progressive Party, because that's the government that is formed from the political party called the Democratic Progressive Party. Right. But Kundanika Chamba is like, no, I am thinking like a person who is even not a politician, but he's thinking more about Malawians. Some of you don't know what he's saying. Kondongyama is like, we want to make sure that every constituency, there is a factory. We're manufacturing at the constituency level. This is beyond politics. This is about national interest. Now, we have been promoting stupid things in this country like gay and so other homosexual things that we've been so much thinking about and they receive more money. No, in Malawi, there's no legal allowance for homosexuality. But we know there are people who are promoting these things. Now, when it comes to things about national development, we are not even interested to promote. If you can remember, is talking about Malawi must be manufacturing. He's talking about this because he wants every Malawian to be uplifted economically. Because through manufacturing, we'll be able to advance the development of this nation. And that's the only goal for nation's prosperity, manufacturing. We need to reach that level of manufacturing, and it should be done at local level. Like Malawians should be involved in manufacturing other than waiting for China to come to invest in national manufacturing, which is a thing that we are not sure about, that China will come to invest in Malawi manufacturing because they've got the interest. They want to go where they can make more money easily. So in Malawi, maybe they don't have that interest to make more money because in Malawi, first of all, they need to have infrastructure available for them to do their manufacturing. So when they come to Malawi, they must first invest in infrastructure, invest in, and then in manufacturing, which I think to them it's more costly. But if we are doing manufacturing as Malawians at constituency level, that's better because Malawians will be involved in this thing and we are going to develop our nation. So Kondonika Jamba, I believe like if we have more people like him, Malawi will be better. I know there are other Malawians who are doing very well, they're investing, but is this about Malawians' lives commonly? Because some people are investing for profit. We're talking about certain businessmen who have got so much money and they're still making more money. What they want to achieve is personal welfare, to be called a richest man or second richest man, a billionaire. But when we're doing manufacturing, it's empowering local Malawians to take control of their own economy and even giving skills to Malawians. And he's thinking about this. There's Constituency Development Fund. He wants to make sure that this is linked to manufacturing in this country. Because if Constituency Development Fund has got 5 billion per constituency, it means we can establish manufacturing companies, a lot of manufacturing companies in the country. Konishamba is like, no, we can do manufacturing in Malawi. Give me money. Let's start this manufacturing. He's been doing this like for a long period of time, but he lacks support. So a government support him. This is the man to support. This is the man to encourage. Because he's thinking about Malawians. He doesn't think about himself. Imagine he was thinking about himself. Kondonjam by now would have been very rich. Because wherever he goes, a lot of people follows him. A lot of people follow him actually. They follow him, they like him. He has been having meetings across the country, and we know that even Kundoni Kichamba can fill up the stadium with just simple manufacturing talk, like meetings, discussing how we can manufacture in Malawi, teaching Malawians skills about manufacturing. And many Malawians are interested to start this thing. But the problem is there's much money available to make sure that people are investing in manufacturing locally in Malawi. So if Conrad Chamba is preaching about this thing, and it's like, I am now the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of a certain company that is also involved in economic empowerment of local Malawians, which is also quite a good thing to do. And now he's like, I'll be using my position to help Malawi develop, to improve Malawi, to make sure that as a country we start manufacturing. This is an achievement. So I'm like, let's support him. Let's give him all the support. We can be talking about manufacturing in Malawi, but there should be people who are giving us that knowledge. And these people must be given all the support so that's to encourage them to do more whatever they are doing about the nation. Let's encourage him. Let's support him. Let's give him all whatever is required for him to go on doing whatever he's doing. If we start manufacturing in Malawi, it will be better. Let's do manufacturing in Malawi. That's the only way we can grow economy. That's the only way we can end the poverty. If we don't invest much in manufacturing, forget about Malawi to develop. So what I'm saying is, let's support him. Let's give him all whatever is needed financially. If Malawians, we can support him, let's support him. If the government can support him, let's support him. He is the man who is talking good about our nation to develop it. Manufacturing can take place in Malawi. It is possible.